Finish this sentence in your mind before I do. Muslim influencers are. Now, I don't know what comes to your mind, but one of the things that comes to my mind is Muslim influencers are in a dangerous situation. Why do I say this? Because these people are actually leaders. Now you might be thinking, hold on, they are just people on social media. They are people who are just doing their videos. They are not. And let me give you an example. I remember I was the Amir of Al-Maghrib Institute, which was basically, I was doing the announcements, I would say. And when I was on stage, I was just thinking, I'm just this dude who's just doing some announcements before the speaker, the sheikh, the scholar comes on and speaks. And I remember this lady, she came to me once and she said, Muhammad, I want to talk to you about something. I said, yeah. She said, listen, I've got 3 daughters. And I'm really worried about how they're going to get married, inshallah. And I was thinking, okay, but why are you telling me this stuff? Like, I'm just Muhammad, why are you coming to me? And I realized that she saw me on stage, she saw me speaking, so she saw me as a leader, as a person to go to for advice, for help, for guidance. And this is a situation that most of the Muslim influencers are in today. What we need to realize is that as soon as you speak up and you stand up, people start to see you as a leader. Whether you are a leader, whether you're not a leader, they start to see you that way. And the truth is, by you communicating like this, you are actually leading people to somewhere. Unfortunately, a lot of influencers are not leading, they are rather misleading. So rather than leading, because when you lead, the Prophet ﷺ said that every one of you is a leader, and that means that it has a responsibility. Now, when you have a responsibility, you want to fulfill that responsibility in the best way. The problem is that a lot of influencers, they don't realize they're leaders, and they are actually misleading people to places which will harm them, will harm their akhirah, and will ruin their lives. And so this is why it's so important that if you are a Muslim influencer, you realize that you are in a position of leadership, you have a responsibility, and you have to make sure that you are leading people to good, leading people to Allah. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do religious content only or anything like that, but I'm saying just think for a second that your words actually have an impact on people. You have influence. Even though you may not see it that way, you actually have an influence. So if you are someone who is doing any sort of content online, any sort of speaking, something like that, and you want any help in terms of increasing your influence, you know, they don't know this, but a lot of Muslims know this, that the most influential person in the whole of human history, and you can check this, a non-Muslim wrote it, was of course the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And there's so many things we can learn from him about influence. If you want to find out more about this stuff, just DM the word influence or put it in the comments, and I will send you a free resource to get you started about thinking in communication in this way.